getting this thing. Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. Back with a brand new video for y'all, man. Today, I'm gonna let y'all know how to attract her instantly. Alright? Before I do that though, make sure y'all hit that notification button. If I give you any type of game, hit that subscribe button. And then at the end, hit that like button, man. It's alright. It's quick, it's easy. Alright? So, how to attract her instantly. For one, you gotta lead with confidence, not arrogance though. It's a difference between being confident and arrogance. Arrogance is rooted in insecurity, right? That's people trying to cover that shit up with insecurity, right? But confidence is not, it's calm, it's grounded, it's simple. It's not doing too much, right? So pretty much when you see a woman, stand tall, make that eye contact, right? Speak with calm, clear authority as a man. You feel me? Because confidence shows that you're secure in who you are. And that's the best way to attract anybody, right? By being yourself and being able to be secure in who you are. You also never want to over explain or justify yourself, because then it makes you come across as like, oh, like scary, right? If you feel like you didn't do nothing wrong in any type of way, ain't no need to be trying to explain or justify yourself. But you never want to be arrogant. A lot of dudes mistake confidence for arrogance. Like I said, that's just insecurity, right? Next, you gotta have your grooming and style on point, right? So this means, for one, cleanliness, man. Wash your ass. It's crazy to me. A lot of niggas don't wash their ass these days. It's wild. I don't get it. But then you expect her to do all this and that to you. What? It makes no sense. Balls smelling like doo-doo. Come on, man. We gotta do better. So, be clean, right? Wear a nice cologne. You know, 2, 3 sprays. Not, you ain't gotta drown yourself. That's too much. Get you a nice cologne. And I'm not talking about the typical colognes that everybody use. If you check out my page, I put 2 up here that I currently use, and those are great. You feel me? Not too many people use them. Matter of fact, my cologne I use, people be saying, hey, what you wear? I'm like, don't trip. You feel me? Because, I like to keep mine for me. So that way, if you find you a cologne that only really you wear, if she smell that somewhere else, she'll associate that with you. So that's the key as well. But yeah, wear a nice cologne, 2, 3 sprays. That's it, man. Right here on the neck, each side. What I do is right here and then boom, right in the middle. Simple. All right. And then wear fitted clothes that show your personality, but also show your physique as a man. Especially if you've been working out and you got a nice toned, muscular body, you want to wear clothes that hug you, right? You want to wear clothes that show the work you've been putting in. You feel me? Girls do the same shit. They be wearing tight clothes, ass hanging out, this and that, right? Well, girls like muscular guys, so they want to see, clothes that fit you nice, not too baggy, also not too tight. You ain't trying to be a female, right? I would say the best bet, get the clothes that kind of stretch. That way they fit you perfectly. You feel me? Like, the shirts that stretch a little bit, them the good ones. Let's see. Keep your hair and beard neat and styled. You should be getting a haircut at least every 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, right? Depending on how fast your hair grow, I guess. But me, I get it every 2 weeks. You got to stay trimmed, cleaned up. Matter of fact, I need one now, so it's about that time. But yeah, you got to keep it neat and styled up. How you take care of yourself says a lot, right? If a woman know you able to take care of yourself, take care of the little details, then guess what? She gonna be like, you know what? That man could take care of me because he take care of himself, right? And women notice the smallest details, believe it or not. When it comes to your appearance, they notice the smallest details. How your shoes match your shirt, you feel me? How your bracelet go with the, shoes, whatever it may be. They notice all that, all right? So, next, you got to be playful as well when you're dealing with a woman. If you're trying to attract her, be playful, but don't try too hard. It's a difference. You don't want to be goofy, right? Goofy is just being silly. You're overdoing it. No, be playful, right? This means tease her a little bit, right? You got to tease her. Use humor. Don't overdo it. Don't offend her too much, but you do got to poke a little fun at her, right? Think about it. Niggas be thinking like, oh, if I compliment her all the time, she gonna want me. Nah, it's really when you tease her. Because again, anybody could compliment. Girls get tired of hearing that nice lovey-dovey shit. They want a dude that could poke fun at them and let them know, like, they not all that, right? They not that special, pretty much. Dudes be putting these girls on a pedestal. But when you tease them, you let them know, like, okay, you cool. You just a regular girl, man. And I'm going to let you know. But in a playful way. You ain't got to be all rude about it, you feel me? But when you also tease, it shows that you're comfortable in your skin and you don't need her validation, right? And that's a turn on. Women don't want you to be like, oh, am I doing this right? Did I say something wrong? Did I mess up? Nah, they want you to be confident that, hey, you know what you're doing. You feel me? Women are drawn to men who don't chase approval. Remember that. Write it down. Next, going back to the eye contact. I'm going to go a little deeper with this. See, eye contact, it equals connection. Right? They say if you look at somebody long enough in their eyes, you can make them fall in love. It's science, right? So that's the importance of making eye contact. It's soul to soul. They say eyes is the window to the soul. So when you making that eye contact and you holding her gaze longer than usual, don't just look and then look away or look down. No. You hold her gaze. And when you do that, you're building that tension up. She's like, ooh, right? Because you could feel that on a subconscious level. Most of communication is nonverbal. You ain't got to say shit. It's all about that energy. And so when you making an eye contact, you sending that energy out like, what's good? I'm here. I'm interested. Are you interested? And you say all that between just the gaze. You ain't even got to open your mouth, I promise you. And then when you do that, you got to smile slightly. Just, you make eye contact. Don't be weird about it. Just sitting there. No. You do a nice little smile with it to let her know, like, hey, it's kind of like saying, what's good with it? What's up? What you trying to do? She got to feel your presence, and that's going to make her be more and more intrigued in you, right? It's the little things. I'm telling you, when it comes to women, it's all about the little things. You don't have to do too much, but if you master the little things, you in there, man. You in there. Last but not least, just be mysterious, man, and be authentic. Be mysterious but authentic, right? So this means when you're talking to a woman, don't dump your whole life story, man. It's not a therapy session. Don't tell her about your trauma, your pain, what you went through as a kid, how you still got some deep-seated issues. Bruh, say that for your therapist, say that for your homeboys, shit, say that for your mama. Don't tell her that, bruh, especially when you first meeting her. Now, maybe down the line, if y'all been together for a while, all right, whatever. But when you first trying to attract a woman, she ain't trying to be your therapist, bro. You gonna scare her off with your problems. I know if a girl, if I just met a girl and she talk about, yeah, my daddy used to beat me, my mama used to let him, and yeah, I never had a great relationship. That's why I'm crazy. Come on, that's gonna scare me off. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, well, on to the next, because this one has some trauma she needs to deal with. So you never want to trauma dump when you're trying to attract, right? Also, share something meaningful. It's okay to share a little bit, something meaningful. Like, I don't know, maybe she asked you how close you are with your mom or some shit. Okay, share that. But after you share that, you switch the focus back to her. Because, again, if you keep talking about you, you're going to dump your whole life story, right? But switch the focus back to her. Women like to talk anyway. All you got to do is ask questions and guide the conversation and just let them talk they head off. You feel me? They love to talk. And it's that mystery that builds that attraction. Especially when it's done with purpose. You got to be purposeful when it comes to this. You really got to make a conscious effort. Some dudes talk a lot when they dealing with women, and then you're going to talk yourself into out the draws, actually, because that's what happens too. Women be like, you know what? He was cool. Everything was going good. Then he said the dumbest shit ever. And it just made me dry, right? So we don't want to do that. We want to avoid that. So that's why just say enough, but not too much. And yeah, that's it, man. That's it for this video. If y'all made it this far, I want you to type attract, simple ways to attract, simple ways. Also, check out my Wolf and Pooch page. And I'm going to have the link in the description, trying to get that popping. And until the next time, you already know what it is, man. It's lit.